The NBA offseason is officially heating up, and the Houston Rockets are making waves as one of the most intriguing teams to watch this summer. After a breakthrough 53-win season, capped by a playoff appearance, Houston is positioning itself as a serious contender moving forward. At the center of this transformation is the recent blockbuster acquisition of Kevin Durant, a move that instantly puts the Rockets in championship conversations once again. But Durant isn't the only player Houston is targeting in free agency. Reports now indicate the Rockets are a viable destination for a key veteran wing, Dorian Finney-Smith of the Los Angeles Lakers. Finney-Smith, a 32-year-old forward, declined his player option worth $15.4 million for the 2025-26 season, officially entering unrestricted free agency. Known around the league as a top-tier 3-and-D player, Finney-Smith brings exactly what Houston needs to bolster their wing rotation and add some much-needed playoff experience to a young core. Last season with the Lakers, Finney-Smith averaged 7.9 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 1.4 assists in 43 games. He shot an efficient 44.2% from the field and knocked down nearly 40% of his threes. While his offensive numbers don't jump off the page, his value comes from the ability to lock down opposing wings and contribute timely shooting, both of which are vital for a team looking to contend in the ultra-competitive Western Conference. The Rockets are in an interesting spot financially. After committing significant cap space to Durant, Houston doesn't have a ton of flexibility to spend freely this offseason. However, a savvy contract extension with Fred VanVleet has helped them clear roughly $20 million in cap space. The team declined VanVleet's $44.9 million player option, then re-signed him to a 2-year, $50 million deal, which actually reduced their immediate financial burden and freed up space for other moves. Thanks to this maneuvering, Houston has access to the mid-level exception, around $14.1 million, which means they could offer Finney-Smith a solid contract that fits within their salary structure. That number could even increase if the Rockets manage to move some young players, like Cam Whitmore or Jock Landale, both of whom have reportedly been discussed in trade talks. Adding Finney-Smith would bring more than just shooting and defense. He offers a veteran presence with plenty of playoff seasoning, having appeared in postseason games with the Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, and Brooklyn Nets. That experience will be critical for Houston's young stars, including Alperen Sengun and Thompson, who have shown flashes of brilliance but could benefit from a steadying influence as the team chases a deep playoff run. Let's talk about that young core for a moment. Sengun and Thompson both emerged last season as rising stars, with Sengun dominating in the paint with his scoring and rebounding, and Thompson making a name for himself with his lockdown perimeter defense. Their development is exciting, but pairing them alongside a proven star like Durant and a reliable veteran like Finney-Smith could be the recipe for serious playoff success. This Rockets team is no longer just a rebuilding project. With the right mix of youth and experience, they have the potential to become a dark horse contender in the Western Conference. The front office has shown a willingness to be aggressive, highlighted by the Durant trade, and signing Finney-Smith would reinforce that approach. From a strategic standpoint, Finney-Smith fits perfectly into what Houston needs. The Rockets are hungry for players who can guard multiple positions and space the floor offensively. Finney-Smith's ability to defend wings, contest shots, and knock down threes makes him an ideal complementary piece next to Durant, whose scoring prowess demands serious defensive support on the other end. It also can't be understated how important the locker room dynamic will be. Finney-Smith is known as a professional, hard-working teammate who brings energy and leadership. For a team blending young stars and veterans, that kind of influence is invaluable. Looking ahead, the Rockets' offseason could be one of the most exciting storylines in the NBA. Between the Durant-era kickoff and the possible signing of a player like Finney-Smith, Houston is setting itself up for a major leap in competitiveness. And let's not forget the cap space implications and roster moves that could still unfold. If the Rockets are able to trade players like Whitmore or Landale, their flexibility only increases, opening doors to more potential additions or upgrades. So, what does this mean for the league? The Western Conference in particular will have to take notice. The Rockets, long thought of as a team rebuilding for the future, are transforming quickly into a team built to compete now. Their blend of youth, star power, and savvy veterans is shaping up to be one of the most compelling rosters to watch. For fans, this is the kind of excitement that makes the NBA offseason worth following. The Rockets are no longer a team to overlook. With the possibility of adding Dorian Finney-Smith alongside Kevin Durant and the promising young core, Houston looks ready to push deep into the playoffs and maybe even beyond. As this story develops, we'll be watching closely to see if the Rockets can close the deal with Finney-Smith and how that move fits into their broader strategy. The pieces are coming together for Houston to make a serious impact. If you're a Rockets fan, this offseason just got a whole lot more interesting. And if you're an NBA fan in general, keep an eye on Houston. They're building something special. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this update on the Rockets and Dorian Finney-Smith's potential move, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more NBA news and analysis, and share this video with your fellow basketball fans. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think Finney-Smith is the missing piece for Houston? Could the Rockets make a deep playoff run with this roster? Stay locked in for more updates throughout the NBA offseason. We've got you covered with all the latest moves, rumors, and breaking news. Until next time, keep loving basketball.